Well, hello and welcome back to SanShabbadoo. Thanks for stopping by. Had a little bit of a crash at the end of last episode, but I think everything's back to normal, and we're about to begin our Pedestrian Greenbelt network. So right about here is when the game decided to crash, and I spent the rest of the day watching the video I had made and trying to replicate every step that I make so that it's right at the same place it was when it crashed. I realized while I was watching the video that it crashed right when it reached the next milestone. But I was also clicking on something and it was in an info view, and so that's why I think it crashed. But I guess we'll find out after we get 80 more population. One difference I did make, I tried to do everything the same as I did before, but I did make this space a little bit less, and I made this frame a bit cleaner, and it looks like I'm having power issues again. So I think I can survive just long enough to get another bit of population. I suppose I can just crank up the budget a little bit, right? And I think now that I'm making enough money, I may as well put the road budget back up where it should be at 100%. Nope. There, that one. And if I crank this up to 110, that I should be able to handle until I make the next milestone, and then I can build the advanced wind turbine. And whoa, my garbage processing is not too good. Let's put it at 100, and let's see if that's enough. No, it's not. Goodness me. Okay, well, I do eventually want to put some garbage processing on the residential side of the map as well. Right, so somewhere over here. Let's turn on our... Yeah, you know, it would be good to have it kind of over here, even though this is nice real estate. Maybe over here near the highway. Or maybe hidden in over here. It's got to be somewhere, right? Okay, good. We made it to the milestone and the game didn't crash. So I have to be careful about clicking on stuff when the milestone is hitting. All right, so I get a big chunk of cash. I have highways now. So that means when I go to buy this next tile, which I do believe I'm going to buy this one over here next, that means I can start putting in some industry over here. And it looks like, yeah, this tile's got some more industry. That's going to be another episode though, because right now I just want to get my green belts built. So what I was talking about as the game crashed was this modular park system. Right, this was the first thing I built. It's just real simple. It's got a couple of the Hearts of China pieces, this gate and these statues. And okay, he's just gonna go and hang out and sit on the bench. And the bench is pointing the wrong way. I did not realize that. I'm gonna have to go in and edit that. Ah. Aha. Okay. So I'm going to have to do some asset work. Got some backwards facing benches. Okay. But yeah, the reason I do this instead of just having a simple pathway is because you're able to get the park benefits. You get the entertainment value and radius. So instead of just having pathways that don't give you anything, it actually counts as a park, which I think it should. Right? And I'm going to make this whole area in here is going to be made with these green belts. But the first thing I want to do is I want to go across and connect. So let's see. Come back to, switch to my elevated path. Come up 8 meters. Go across. Two meters. Down. Back to ground level. And let's take off the length here. Right. And now I'll do that great old trick with stairs. And I need to turn on my UI here. Okay, and same thing over here. Wait, I thought I clicked. Yes. Yes. Apply. Oh, okay. Someone already coming across. That's good. Awesome. So, yeah. I want to have a lot of green space. Oh, and I have landscaping now, don't I? I think before anything, I want to fix some of this. Oh, we've got a fire. Now, is the fire department going to make it over here in time? Guess we'll find out. I mean, it's just right over there. It should make it here in time. I hope it will. Oh, I've got to detail that too. Alright, so many things to do. Back to our... Oh, before I do that though, what I like to do with that entrance is basically put them at the... And let's hope this doesn't crash the game this time. Okay. Put them at the entrance and exit of each of my pedestrian paths. And then later I can detail it with the hedges and make it look nice and integrated. And that is very odd there. Why is that? Oh, I see. I see what happened here. The high school here has messed up my zones a little bit. I guess I'm okay with just taking out this house and this house, these little tiny houses, and just filling in this one And maybe I can just put a nicer... I have another entrance piece. Which is this one. It's a little more fancy. But I wonder if the benches are backwards. I use different benches on this one. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. And I think that the pathway, probably I will have the pathway go on down here and maybe be like a little shoreline path. We'll deal with that later. Right now, I want to go ahead and connect these paths up so that they can start being used. So yeah, I know it's nothing revolutionary, but that's the idea, is having these assets that work as parks. Let's put one here too. And pathways at the same time. And I sneak one right in between here. And of course, these guys, they want to have pathways too. But I think this one... Yeah. Oh, I've got to put in some death care, don't I? Yeah, I don't have any death care. I think right here is probably a pretty good place for cemetery. And I'm going to need to find a good spot to have, yeah, just right there. Next to the highway. And then an elder care facility that might actually sit pretty well over here as well. Oh, it is a little morbid to put the elder care facility right next to the cemetery. Although, I mean, maybe not. I mean, perhaps some of the residents of the elder care can go and visit their dearly departed friends. I'll think about it. So over here actually is where we have our... I wonder if the child health care center next to the medical clinic makes sense. It kind of does, but it's so close to the highway there, it's actually touching it. So perhaps on this side would be a little bit better. I could actually give that highway a little nudge. And I think this makes more sense to be a place for the elder care if it will fit. Will it fit? It's a little deeper than the other one, isn't it? Yeah, it certainly is. Okay. Well, and I can't put it there because that's connected to the commercial roads. And, well, yeah, it doesn't quite fit there either. So we'll have to think of a good special place for that. I'm also needing to build that. I'm going to make this a curved road here. And I think this little valley here might be a good place to hide a recycling center And I like that it's real close to the arterial and close to the highway so that those garbage trucks can have a really good range. So let's put our next recycling center. Plus, I think because of the terrain, I'm not going to be building anything real close to it. You can see that purple circle there is the pollution range. So that means I probably won't be putting any residences right near there. Maybe up here will be a development, maybe over here. So we'll just kind of keep this area open. We'll see how bad the pollution gets there. Okay, and the other thing I said I was going to do, I'm going to spend all of my bonus money here, basically, because I got to build... Oh, I've already spent too much. Oh, but I only need a little bit more. Okay. Oh, let's turn the info views back on. Make sure that we are getting right here in the high wind area. Okay. And then we'll connect this back up. And I really want to have a connection between this road. You can see there's a lot of pedestrians on this road, and these lovely little parks here have these really cool connectors. So let's just bring those down. We'll connect them. And I'm going to do that on the other side as well. So the curve's going to have to be a little bit tighter. And let's see if we can let's adjust this a little bit, because I think the tang's a little bit much. I want to see if maybe we can smooth that out a little bit. I'm very happy that the sirens in the new city Skylines are going to be a little bit less obnoxious. Yeah, just smooth that out a little. Could probably, when the smooth tool doesn't work, what I like to do is turn down the intensity on the level tool and just spam the mouse button. Let's just bring that hill right to the edge of the pedestrian path. Yeah, I like that. That's going to be pretty nice, especially when all of those folks start using it. Let's go ahead and finish these pathways. And this is really when the game starts getting fun, I think, when you can really start putting in the parks and green spaces and pedestrian walkways, all of that stuff. And of course, I did leave this space here on purpose because I want to have a nice pathway just going straight down the middle all the way down to here. Right, and then That's going to connect up with this one, which will make with our pavement path. Oh, I said we were going to make that with the pavement path. Sometimes I click on something and I have to check, double check that it actually selected it, because that time it did not. All right. Haven't decided if I'm going to fill this space in with more commercials. What's our demand like? I think I need to satisfy a little bit more of the industrial demand. I've got a little bit more space here for some vanilla industry. Something that I learned, I think I learned it from Target, is a good way of keeping your traffic down is by making sure you minimize your outside connections, right? So you want to make sure, especially with the goods here. So you can see all of my commercial areas so far are able to get their goods from the local industry. That means they're not exporting them. I mean, importing them, rather. And I've got plenty of exporting going on, which is good for profit. But what I really like is to kind of keep it balanced to where I'm not really importing or exporting a whole lot. I want to keep everything sort of here in my city. All of the industry needs being met by a balanced industry, the types of industry, right? So later on, when I get some ore industry, this building won't need to import, and the oil industry here, for some reason, no matter how much agriculture you get, it still seems to want to import certain items. But I don't have a forestry industry. This is getting forestry from imports. So eventually, I want to kind of keep it all in-house, as you could say. All right, back to the Greenbelt. Let's start our Greenbelt over here by the school. Now, this collector, I think, is going to continue this way. So I want to go ahead and establish that first with the planning road. And it's going to need to go around my high school here. So let's give it a little curve. Let's see. I don't mind going on top of the asset since I've got some anarchy. I think it'll be okay because I don't want to make this curve too sharp. I want it to kind of naturally follow the highway here. Like this maybe. Yeah, I believe that'll be all right. And then this will continue on that way. Yeah, I'm all right with that. Oh, and I'm also, though, I might need to add another asset. I think I'm going to need a two-way road here because this is one way into nothing, and I'm not sure if I want to connect it to the road there. I could do that. I'll do that for now. Let's use the picker to grab that road, and we'll connect it to this. And maybe like that, and then I will... I don't want to use the no-zone road. Let's just use a regular road here. and upgrade just this one section. Okay. And I did say I was going to put a parking lot there. High school needs a parking lot. That's on here. And let's make it snap to this side. I made it a little bigger than I needed. Let's just move it over. Okay. Getting a little bit of lag happening now. It's usually around this point where I start having to pause the game to build because of my computer performance. But I do want to kind of try to keep it going. Let me look at my zones here. Is this okay? Yeah. I don't need this. I think that's okay. I think let's wait and see. I probably want to put another service asset over here. Maybe something that will be a community and also a school thing. Maybe like a pool would be nice right there. I remember when I went to high school, there was a community pool that was also used by the high school swimming team, and it was on the high school campus, so something like that is nice. So back to our parks. I want to put a basketball court here, or maybe I just want to put this tennis court here. And perhaps instead of a pool, or in addition to a pool, I could put a gymnasium. Huh? Doesn't want a place. There we go. So yeah, now the high school can have a tennis team. Right. And then perhaps down this way, on this side, we'll have a gymnasium instead of a basketball court. How much is the gymnasium? More than I have. Sports hall and gymnasium. 120,000. Whoa. Okay. I got quite a ways to go before I can afford that. Okay, well, we'll leave it there for now. That's good enough. Back to our Greenbelt. So this is a good starting piece, the T-junction, because I want to build it, and let's turn off our info views. I want to build it right in a central place here, and then I'm going to extend it along both lines. And then I'm probably going to put one of the entrance pieces, this one, maybe over here. Actually, maybe I should put that pavilion. Pavilion goes in across. So it'll connect here and here, and it'll give me a place to extend this way as well as connect with this one over here. Now, I've got my meander 2 and meander fro. My great spelling mistakes there. Now, one thing is, just putting these next to each other, the textures will connect, but they'll still be trying to snap to the roads here too. So what I've had to do is put them a little bit far apart and then connect them with the pedestrian path. So that's kind of how these work. But of course, once they're connected, you can scoot them a little closer together. I don't want to get the nodes too close together, but that's about right. And then to finish out the detailing, not with that, we'll just put a little hedge in between them, and now they look pretty well integrated. Right? Perhaps a tree or something later on will be nice. Let's just go ahead and stick. Is this a horse chestnut? Yeah. That'll look good right there. We'll detail it all up, and also over here too. And you know, later on I'm going to want a pedestrian path probably over this area as well. So perhaps what I want to do is, let's move this one down to here. We'll move this over here. And I'm going to temporarily break this because I want to put another one of those pavilions. Where is it? I want to put that here so that it can connect to the overpass, the pedestrian pathway overpass. And this actually should probably curve the other direction here. So let's move this one back onto this side. I should have enough space to put another meander in between them. Let's get this to snap a little bit more attractively. And I'm going to just pause the game for a second here because it's starting to get a little bit laggy. And let's just go ahead and stick in a meander fro, to and fro. Yeah, and another one here. And what I usually do when it gets skinny here is I just connect it with some pathways and then detail it. Okay, so that's how the little Greenbelt system works. And I'm going to put some in here, connect it up with that. I think I'm going to save this area for commercial zoning. That's going to be a promenade, I think. This is going to be my first. I just recently bought the Plazas and Promenades DLC, and it's I haven't used it yet. This is my plan is going to be this is going to be the first pedestrian area, and I'll probably want to put like a key wall here, make it like a little lakeside walk, possibly even put in, I don't know, it's kind of small to have a marina. Yeah, maybe a fishing pier would be good. We'll see. I'm really liking this area. I want to detail this up. So I really think I'm going to do a bit of a time lapse here and do some detailing. I'm still looking where I'm going to put my elder care. Seems like, let's see if it fits over here. I think maybe over here would be good, if it fits. Do I have enough money for it now? I don't. But it is going to fit over here, even though it is kind of close to the highway. I think it'll be all right. I'll put a nice fence there. And it's just the exit ramp. It shouldn't be too noisy. It's a pretty major intersection, though. Well, I don't have enough money now anyway, so let's just do some detailing. All right, let's look at what we did here. So we started our Greenbelt system, and the idea is to make walking along these paths so nice that people will prefer it to using their cars. And it seems to be working pretty well so far. They're choosing to walk on the green belts more than walk on the sidewalks. Right? Now, sometimes you do live a little bit far away. You have to come, park your car here, and then get on the pedestrian paths to go to the shops and whatnot. I am going to need to put some crosswalks around here too. And then, of course, what's become my favorite part of the build, I believe, is this little area here. At first, this little overpass here, it wasn't very attractive. I was kind of not liking it much. But with the addition of these great little food truck parks, there's someone having a little sit down, right? They're functional and aesthetically pleasing, which is my goal in every design, is to make it functional and hopefully beautiful. So we've got a way from people to get from the residential road to the commercial road, but of course the cars can't cross, so you've got your commercial vehicles above, private vehicles below. But with the detailing and with the integration of these assets, which are a pleasure to work with because they have these great little pathways, so it sort of makes the design already kind of, it designs itself, I guess you would say. So it's a way for the pedestrians to cross through, and they can enjoy a snack or a meal from the food truck on their way. And of course, the whole area just looks nice and feels nice to be in. Lots of oxygen from the plants and trees, and there's a tree a little bit over the road. I think that's okay. All right. Well, I think that is a good enough place to end the episode. I'm going to need to do a little work on this highway next time, I think, just to get the lane maths and to get the proper roads so people aren't parallel parking on the highway on-ramp. But I think that tells me something too, is I'm going to need a little bit of parking around here. That's a problem for next time, though. Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for making it through the whole episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, you know what to do. And if you want to see some more, you also know what to do. I don't want to be like all of those YouTubers that are begging for likes and subscribes. But, of course, obviously, I would appreciate it. And I am looking forward to doing the next episode. And I hope I'll see you there. Have a great rest of your day. And bye-bye.